Warning, it's
Before we plunge into the mayhem with Nasty Nova, Love Bambina, Chelsea J, Sassy Bree, and Lucien Locks on the Ghetto Games podcast. Disclaimer, we are not licensed therapists, we are not medical doctors, we are not legal advisors. The thoughts, views, and opinions we're throwing out here are purely for your entertainment. This podcast is all about keeping it real and amusing. We engage in discussions and games with fantastic guests, covering everything from social and political issues to spirituality and beyond. However, let's be clear, it's all for the sake of entertainment. Some info might be true, some might be, well, a bit of creative storytelling. And just so we're on the same page, don't even consider attempting any of this at home. We might be trained in the art of wild entertainment, but looking out for your best interest? No, not our thing, or our own for that matter. So, fasten your seatbelts for the wild ride.
You are now tuned into the Ghetto Games Podcast.
Welcome to the Ghetto Games Podcast.
It's your girl, Nasty Nova.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Sassy Bree.
Venus in the house.
And it's your girl, Chelsea J.
And I wanted us to talk today about outgrowing friendships. But before we get into that actual topic, I do want to ask y'all, what's 2 or 3 things that you feel like you require in your friendships?
Space.
Okay.
And
Okay, let me say, I guess from a friend. I mean, space could be one. I just want to make sure it was clear on what I was asking.
from a friend, space, and honesty.
Okay. Bam. Or Chelsea.
Yeah.
Trust. Communication.
I got another one.
Respect for me.
Yeah. Throw them out there.
Mine is growth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna have
Yes.
to say,
I agree
like,
with that.
accomplishing goals. Like, I
Right.
guess being productive and doing something.
Got you.
Non-competition. Healthy competition.
Healthy
competition.
Okay.
To be honest, really not a competition. Like,
Yeah,
healthy
just-
celebrations.
yeah.
Definitely the growth is big for me. Yeah.
Would y'all say loyalty is one of those things? And
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm-
loyalty, yeah.
but
Loyalty,
now my
yes.
question to y'all is, what does loyalty look like for y'all? Because everybody's loyalty looks different. Just give me one thing that
Loyalty for me means, like, no matter where life has taken either one of us, like with any one of our lives, you know where our friendship, the foundation of the friendship, and you should stick to that. And not like
What if it
letting
was like y'all was on
anybody-
some hoe shit?
What you talking about?
Who was
What do you
fucking
mean?
niggas around, and that's the base of y'all relationship, so y'all sticking to that?
So then
Well,
that's
I'm
where
speaking
that's
off-
where the outgrowing
I'm
friendship comes from.
Speaking on my,
Oh, I'm just asking.
that ain't my story.
Yeah, I
Mine
mean
either.
that speaks to growth, and so
Mine
that
either. I was
is
just-
an outgrowing. I think loyalty to me is definitely defined by the way that my friends show up for me. Like when it comes to my friends, how they speak about me when I'm not around, and who they share information with, especially based on the proximity of that person to me. I think I used to feel like there were hierarchies in friendships. I don't necessarily feel that way now. I'm way more mature. But there was a time in my life where I was like, oh, we may not be rocking, but that doesn't mean that you can't have a different relationship with them. And so I make sure that even if I've had an experience with someone, I try not to taint someone else's. However, I also think loyalty is being open and honest and transparent with your friends, but having couth in doing that. Like, so it could be something they don't want to hear. That's also loyalty. Like, and I guess that kind of goes
That's
with growing.
honesty.
It is
Yeah.
honesty.
Yeah.
It is honesty, but it is unloyal to allow someone to do things that is not benefiting or adding value to them. It's like you're being, I think it's being disloyal, like, because it's, I guess it is more honesty, but it's just like you can see them going down the wrong path. So it's like, that's not a friend. I guess it's more like not a friendly.
What is
Maybe
the
not so
wrong
much
path
loyalty.
thing? What does that mean?
It's kind of an umbrella. Like if you see them making a lot of choices that might be deterring them from their specified path, whether they said they wanted to do. So if somebody's telling you, I want to be an engineer, but they're smoking weed every day, they're not doing anything that's getting them towards being an engineer, they're not trying to go to school, they're not looking into that, they may be just running behind women or men. You know what I'm saying? Things that are
Is that
derailing them.
loyalty?
So I just wanted to.
I didn't get to do mine.
Oh, good. I wanted to give the definition of loyalty
Please,
first.
let's give the
reason
definition.
Why. So there's two. The first one is the quality of being loyal. The second one is a strong feeling of support or allegiance.
Wait, they have the word.
You can't have
inside
the word
definition?
loyal inside of a definition
Well,
of
that's
loyal.
what it has. But the second piece of it is a strong feeling of support or allegiance.
That's, I think, what I was getting at, the support. Like knowing that somebody's not doing what they say they want to do, whatever that is. It could be support of me, support of you. Like, anyway. I think that's what I was thinking.
I feel like if I see until my friends are asking me for like my opinion, I feel like support is supporting them in whatever decision that they're making.
If they want to fuck up, let them.
If they want to fuck up, yeah. It's not until I see that my friend is hurting, or unless I see that my friend is expressing something to me,
Right.
that is the complete opposite of what
100%.
then I'm giving my opinion. Then I'm voicing how I feel, but until then I'm supporting, and there's nothing that I'm going to do to get in between or stand in between that support, because that's my friendship. As a friend, I feel like I'm supposed to support my friend and whatever it is and whatever their decision they make.
So if your friend is out here sleeping with somebody's husband, you gonna support that, or like what would your I'm just asking, what would your conversation be to
I'm
that?
gonna support them to the extent of letting them know, like, like this is
That's
wrong.
wrong.
Got you. Okay.
And
But
that was
if this
exactly
is
what I was
something
saying.
If this is wrong for me, and this is what can happen if you continue to do this. If you're choosing to do this, cool. Don't feel some type of way. Don't come to me crying. If your feelings get hurt, don't expect anything more from out of this, because you're dealing with somebody else's. And then the event that you try to change your situation, and you try to, because what goes around comes around. So first you need to understand that. So when it comes time for you to have your own family, your own situation, and somebody doing that to you, don't feel no type of way.
Loyalty to me is an unspoken rule as far as what you would expect from your friend. So let's say, for example, Aaron's my best friend, Bria my best friend. If you have a boyfriend or girlfriend and you're cheating on them, I'm not going to tell your boyfriend or girlfriend that you're cheating. I'm going to stay out of it completely.
Got you.
Because my loyalty will lie with
Your friend.
my friend.
Yes.
So loyalty to me is what you say, Sheena, and also to like, you got my back when I'm not around. Like, I don't ever have to question whether you have me, like, in any setting.
Okay.
And then on top of, exactly, trust, which is a part of that. And then the other piece of that too is, if we outgrow each other, I'm still taking your secrets to the grave. Like, I don't, and because because we're getting older, and it's a lot. I've had a lot of friends in my lifetime, but I only have a certain amount that I still have throughout this lifetime. But I still hold secrets of people that I don't, and I still respect.
Dead ass.
And
I got secrets that I thought about the other day. Was like, God damn, I don't even talk to that bitch no more.
Exactly. And I still, respect them, and I still, like, even if we have fell out, that doesn't make me want to tell your secret now, if that makes sense.
No.
So it's just, and I think,
Do things like an enemy.
exactly. So yeah.
You're not plotting against me.
No, definitely not. Do you think you need to have respect for somebody to be loyal to them? Or do you think that loyalty doesn't really require respect, or vice versa?
I personally think, yes, it does require respect, which is why when I see a friend doing something that I don't find respectful, I have to say to them, listen, take it with a grain of salt. You do what you want, but I'm going to let you know how, like just like Chelsea said, how this might work out. And as I see someone make certain decisions, I really can't help how that deters my respect. So because of that, it can shift my loyalty. Because if you choose to sleep with somebody's husband for 3, 4, 5 years, and you are doing that willingly, and he has this or she has this going on, whatever, I'm gonna have to, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna start looking at you differently, because I'm like, yo, what self-respect do you have? And if you'll put yourself in these compromises, and I know everybody is different, all situations are different, people get into things, we're not perfect.
Well, for me, of course, if I'm loyal to you, I gotta have respect for you. I'm not gonna be, but I can also respect you and not be loyal to you. So for example, when I say that, it's like, I have respect for my homeboys' wives, but my loyalty is to them, So now I'm not going to outright do nothing crazy to y'all, but I'm not going to speak on what's going on with them as well either, if that makes sense.
That's a good point. Very similar to the situation.
I personally feel that you can be loyal and not respect the person. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because if you watch certain patterns, like that person can be that can be your nigga. But you've seen so many things that the respect is just not there. It's not. You don't respect yourself enough, so why should I?
But you still,
I'm gonna be loyal to you. I'm gonna take your secrets to the grave.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna be respectful enough to remove myself because you're not taking care of yourself. You're not being who you need to be for yourself.
So I know you can't show up for me. I get what
you're saying,
and I can't respect it because, let's say a person has so much potential,
right?
And you see them having so much potential.
Yeah.
You see them able to talk this great game. Never any actions behind it. How many times are you going to let that happen until you lose respect? Like you just like, oh.
But that doesn't mean you go and spread
you're still loyal. You're still loyal.
No,
you just respect. You respect it enough to get the fuck on, because that shit rub off.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I mean at that point, that's when you get the fuck on.
So what are some signs?
Chelsea ain't answer.
Oh, sorry, Chelsea.
What?
About the
loyalty and respect
and loyalty. Do you need to have both together or one or the other?
I'm gonna have to agree with Sheena. You can, but I don't know. I wouldn't say lose respect. I would say more so distance. I feel like all of that lines with respect and loyalty. All of that goes hand in hand.
Okay.
So if you lose respect, you lose loyalty?
I agree. No, I'm not saying that you could lose it. I feel like if you have it, then you need to. That comes with it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Loyalty, I think, especially when it comes to like holding someone's secrets, it has more to do with your integrity than
Your
the
character.
other person. Even if they have lost respect for themselves, it's like, because I told somebody this recently, like there's a I know I'm having an issue with someone, but if I am going around town spewing my issues to other people about them, those people are gonna look at me and be like, yo, Bam, she was saying all this about this person. They might not even remember who I was talking about, but that she was doing, I didn't think she was like that. I didn't know. It's good to be aware of how you can be perceived in those situations. And so that's been something that I've really struggled with, because I've also been like this truth, spewer, like, oh, I know that person didn't say the right thing by me, but you don't always need to. I'm learning that you don't always need to speak on things. If it is what it is, like, you don't have to defend yourself. You don't, like, okay, think that. Thank you. It's fine. It's not going to change anything. So I've let go of a lot of the things, but yes, 100%.
All right.
So the reason why I was asking some of these questions is because I realized that I am starting to outgrow some friendships that have been in my life for a long time. And it's like, you feel bad because these are people that you've known all your lives. Y'all been through a lot. They've been there at your worst points. They've been there at your best points and all that good stuff. But one thing I'm starting to realize too, along with that, is it's not always, an issue between the two of us. But you mentioned this earlier, but it's like, I may be moving on to a different path in my life that don't require your friendship. And not even just that, but there may be some blessings that are being held up because you're in my life and you're not supposed to be attached to those blessings. So those are the type of things that I have been kind of fighting with, lately, as far as, cutting people off and letting people go, out of my life. So that's why I wanted to ask y'all about, like, what do you think is loyalty? What do you think is respect? Because this person, one particular person can feel the distance now. And it's like, they're taking it personal. And I don't know that I necessarily have a reason as to why we're distancing ourselves, but it's just, we're just not meshing. We're not clicking. Yeah. When we try to meet up, it's not working. Like, it's just different things that are happening to, for us to like kind of
different stages in your life?
So yes and no. we're both focused on our careers, but this person in particular has like, trying to start a family, and that's clearly not where I'm at. But it's not that I can't support you, because I have other friends that have families, that I show up for and I'm there for. But I also think our mindset is different. Also, like I'm also at a point in my life where I don't want to deal with selfishness, and if it comes off like that, then I'm just like, I can't. I think we're in a space now, and I think it was after COVID where you just don't you don't want to tolerate what you don't have to tolerate. And that's kind of where I'm at, but I'm also being looked at as if I'm not making the effort. And it's like, well, maybe we're just going our separate ways. Point. So that's kind of I don't know if y'all have anybody in your life that you feel that way about, or if because I was going to say, like, what is your sign to know, like, I think this friendship is growing apart? Like,
that is a good question.
When you talk to them and they're always defensive.
Talk to them when they're always defensive, or every time you talk to them it's about others and it's not about them or their progress or like what like goals, and the conversation is just very content at being where it's been for the last 5 years, 7 years, 10 years.
Gotcha.
That's when and then when it's not bringing any type of substance, y'all call yourself friends, but y'all haven't hung out. Y'all don't.
I don't even think you have to be friends to hang out. Though.
No,
I mean, y'all don't have you don't have to always hang out with your friends.
I don't have any. Honestly, I don't have any of my friends that's close by within my living within my area of living that I don't see at least once a year.
I mean, once a year,
my close friends.
Once a year is fine.
Yeah,
that is.
Well, that's
okay.
time.
So that's what I'm saying. That's time though. That's if I can only get that once a year, because everybody has lives. So if it's just once a year, that's okay, and we keep in contact on a regular basis, and things are progressing within all of our lives, and you show proof that that's what's going on. But if that's not what's going on, and I'm not ever seeing you, we're not making time. Why are we friends?
I think that's something when you get older, you notice how, like, when you were younger, your mom had all these friends, and then as she got older, those friends started to dwindle away.
That's true.
They're not around.
That is true.
They used to be your aunts and uncles, and now you don't even see them. All you see them is on Facebook.
Yep.
So that could be
a part of it.
People would say it would be social media, but it really could just be life.
That's true. Definitely.
No, I think it happened before social media. For me, I know specifically, I'm also experiencing a lot of that. And for me, it comes up and shows up as two things. Definitely what Chelsea said about them always talking about other people. The second is complaining all the time. Every time we get together, you're complaining. Even if you have blessings, it's just like you're just so in that rigmarole. And then the third is substance abuse.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I partake in things, but I think the amount that sometimes I see some people that I've it really is, I'm like, you're drinking a fifth every night. You're drinking multiple beers every night. And I really don't say that in a judgmental place, but as you get older, you're hitting 40, you don't own anything, not even a car.
You done drank a damn house away.
Drank a house away. You have money.
Smoked the house away.
You're right, but you're utilizing it on, and so it's hard to see those friends, just kind of almost, for lack of a better word, piss their life away. Having these interactions with people who are damn near late 30s and 40s, and they don't remember, their nights and days because they're so used to drowning themselves. And basically when using substances becomes escape, it's not for pleasure. It's not for recreation. You are escaping. So for me, that's something that I've been working on personally. And I realized that it's been around me all my life. And that's something that I can't really rock with because I don't see nothing coming from it. Yeah.
Also, if they're not respecting, like, what you have going on in life. So if
that's true.
I don't mind, having friends that aren't on the same level as me, but that doesn't mean I have to do the same things that you're doing on the level that you're on.
That's right.
So if I'm choosing, and not everyone could do this, but if I have the strength to withhold a friendship and it not have a negative effect on my life, then I don't mind keeping you at a certain distance and knowing what you're good for, if that makes sense. Like I can talk to you about certain things, or if I need to go hang out and go party, go to the club, I know exactly who I need to call to go do that and have a good time.
Okay.
I don't mind. Everyone can't do that because everyone's not in that capacity to juggle both situations.
That's real.
So
real.
if I know that you can't respect if I'm heading into a direction of marriage or heading into a direction of trying to get there, and you're still living a life of still being a whore, or you're still living a life of getting just a fuck off or a nut off, or then we don't have anything in common.
So
and you can't respect. You still on the same shit that we was on in high school, and it's time to dead the situation before it interfere with what I'm working hard towards.
Exactly, that's true. So with you saying that, are you more so letting a friendship just kind of ride out, like it just kind of mellows out on its own, or will you have those conversations up front? Like,
no, it'll
I just
mellow
think
out.
we're growing.
It'll mellow out itself, but I feel like with the strong, with the friendships that really meant something to the both of you on both ends, I feel like that's something that's kind of communicated.
Okay.
So
the
and
silence
it would be,
is telling it.
Silence would definitely tell it on itself, and y'all both would have a mutual understanding of what's going on. But I feel like at some point, a conversation, somebody's going to have some type of conversation, because ultimately that relationship meant something to the both of you all.
That's true. That is true.
That was good.
I don't think this particular person knows, like, how you
What's
used to say
happening.
people. How sometimes you say people don't know how to read a room. I don't think she realized what's happening. I think it's just.
But it could just be something that God is actually telling you that you
That's
need to
true,
separate
too.
from, and they haven't received that message. So because you've received it and you've received specific instructions, maybe you just need to let that go and just let it be for what it is. I don't know how you can actually interpret that to someone who's not in the same.
Is she pushing
space
for the
as you.
relationship?
So, like, she ain't, like, calling me every day to try to be, but it's more like
Once a week?
I wouldn't even say once a week, but it honestly, it don't even really, like, that part doesn't matter to me, because I've gone without talking to a lot of my close friends for at least a month,
I'm about to say,
but it's like,
you like to get missing.
exactly.
You know how you
so
do.
that part is not the issue. It's when we do talk, it be bullshit type stuff, or to be stuff like,
Small talk.
small talk,
Forcing
or
conversation.
Shit they can text
forcing
you about.
conversation, lying about stuff that they know they're not gonna do, and it just be like,
That'd be the real
what is the
tea.
purpose? Like, why are you?
Soon
So
as you get the
now,
line, I'm counting pockets.
so now when the lie comes out about this is what I'm gonna do, I don't even respond.
Right.
Like, I won't
don't
even.
wanna even.
I'm not entertaining that conversation, because I already know that's not what's happening.
Right.
And then you'll come and be like, my bad. I couldn't do that. I knew you wasn't gonna do it when you said it. So it's kind of like, don't, and that's okay, because I could be a flaker, but it's like, don't feel like you don't gotta do that
Put it
for
on.
me. Yeah, you don't gotta do that for me. You know me, and you ain't gotta do the extras. Just say you're not doing it, or don't even say shit. You ain't even gotta insert
Not
yourself.
really.
I didn't ask you to do it, so don't insert yourself, if that makes sense.
No, it does.
Sorry, I got a little passionate
No,
about
it
it,
was
but
good. It was
sheesh.
good. No, I
But yeah.
appreciate it.
so I just wanted to get y'all perspective on that whole outgrowing friendships, what that looks like for y'all, all that good stuff. And if you have those conversations, or if you just kind of let them die down, because that's where I'm at. I'm because you wouldn't know, like, and then too,
Is this your first situation, like your first experience with like a friendship taking its course in a direction that you weren't?
in the sense of still trying to force it, but not force it. Yes, because I've transitioned out of a lot of friendships. We still cool, and when we see each other, we catch up. But it's a lot of people that I used to be super close with that I don't talk to like that anymore. This particular one is like, I'm thinking we phasing out, and then every now and then you'll check back in, and it's like, and I say, not to say you can't, but it's like you be on some, I want to be a fraud, and I don't want to do that.
That's why you need to
Almost like one
turn
foot
on Do
in the
Not
door and
Disturb
out
in your
the door.
favorites.
Exactly. You said what?
You need to turn on Do Not Disturb and add your favorites.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Good.
Yeah.
You know, another thing that I would say for me, the last thing for loyalty is boundaries. When people, like you said, don't respect my boundaries, like if I put something in place because I need it and they're really pushy, I think that's low key weird, especially at our age. Like I could understand someone kind of not understanding boundaries as a teenager or a young 20s, but I'm like, I gotta get up in the morning. Like, you
Exactly.
calling me at 10 o'clock, you upset that it's going straight to voicemail. You're not my real friend. Because
Good bitch, you know I'm not fucking asleep. You know I'm asleep.
yeah, that's it. So it's just something even as simple as that. Somebody being like, well, why didn't you answer the phone? And I needed you. Oh no, baby. Like, yeah, I'm here for you, but like, you're your own person and you need to regulate your own emotions. I'm not your therapist. I'm not getting paid. Put me on the books.
That is true.
Okay? Like, and these are just things that I am learning to take care of myself. So I agree. I love that. That's good.
Y'all got anything else?
I don't phase my friends out. I just stop talking to them for a while.
And you kind of just let it.
And I come back,
Yeah.
bless you in my presence, see if it's this good update. Nope, no good update. I'm gonna leave again.
Okay.
If I see progress, I'll come back around. And if when I don't see progress, I'm gonna leave
And
again.
there's no shade behind that. Like it's not. Everyone grows at a different pace.
Yeah.
Everyone, needs certain things at a certain point in their life, and
I don't need attention-seeking friends.
Yeah.
or just I'm cool because I'm cool with you.
Yeah.
Like cool by association.
That's
That's corny.
Yeah.
And if
is.
that's what happens a lot of the time. Or people just feeling like they're either entitled or feeling like they have to hold on to something be just off of the simple fact that
I've known you this long.
exactly.
That's true.
That's
Or
it.
they scared that they're gonna miss something. Like if they do, branch off and do their own
That's
thing.
the real tea.
They scared they're gonna miss something in your life or not be there for a major moment in your life, and it's like that means you was trying to get on with get on where
Right.
you fit
Been
in type
trying to
stuff.
get
You
on.
wasn't even trying to
Right. And that's
Skip
not
it, jealous.
genuine.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. I think at this age, depending on where you are, people don't realize how envious they can be. How they can hold and covet and all the things. It's like, oh, because when that is so freaking crabs in a barrel, because just because I have something over here, that doesn't mean that even if I didn't have it, you might not have it.
Right.
So truly, it's just. But yes, and so those things start to shake out.
That's true. That is
Speaking of that, how do y'all feel about speaking of being envious, how do y'all feel about like friends not sharing or supporting like stuff that you do? Like what's your take on?
I see it happen all the time. Like when I first started my YouTube channel, it was slowly picking up. But when that bitch got popping, that's when niggas tried to get on the train. And I was already checked out of that. I said, see this, I remember when niggas wasn't sharing. I remember when niggas wasn't liking. You would tell me, oh, I watch your shit. I've never seen a like from you, my nigga. I've never seen a share. Nothing.
Yeah, that's a thing about our community, I think. And I can't speak on other communities, but it isn't until we can get some external validation from somewhere else that people will then say, okay, they said it was cool, so let me. And
I'm going to hop on.
it really doesn't have the same. It
And
doesn't
then
have
you
the
be
same
mad
weight.
when somebody else, like, not, God bless her, like Sexy Red comes along. When y'all been skipping over Lady London for years. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
oh, we want a bitch with substance. It's bitches out here for substance for days.
And y'all don't want that?
Y'all don't want it?
So let's be for real. But so do you feel offended by it?
Nope. Because I know you going to want to come to the party and this and that.
Exactly. So, as far as me, so I have always been one to share my friends' stuff on, especially with like new businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Now,
you always do that.
my thing is, I don't be on my back about it. Like, let me do it because I see it and I want to do it. But don't make me feel like if I don't share your stuff, I'm not,
showing
like
up.
don't be like share my, and I'm not talking about with
no.
the pod. I'm talking about
Yeah.
your personal thing, because I'm going to share it because I want to. I see, oh shoot, I think somebody else will like this. Let me share it. But don't put me in a box and make me feel like I got to share your shit.
Organic.
Like, don't do
Yeah.
that, because most of the time when people do that, you're not sharing my shit. I ain't seen you share the podcast since I started it 4 years,
Yeah.
So that's usually how I kind of try to carry it, if that makes sense. And I'm not going to always share. Like, I don't always, because I had somebody ask me or say to me, well, I don't know if y'all know, well, I ain't been on social media in a while, but when I was on Instagram, I had stopped posting people for their birthday. Because I had somebody tell me, well, how come you ain't post me for my birthday, but you posted them? First of all, this is my page.
Hold on,
I can post who I want to post and when I want to post it.
Yeah, that shit wild.
When I want to, how I want
Exactly.
to.
So since you got a problem with it, I'm gonna cut it all out. I won't post nobody else ever again on my page. You know, like
I would have probably
that's
just
crazy.
cussed them out. Fuck
I
that
just, I
shit.
couldn't. We did have a little moment where we kind of went back and forth, but it was just kind of
'Cause
like,
what is me posting me? What does me posting you on my page do for you?
word. That's exactly like what's the. So you think I don't
be
like?
surprised.
It's attention.
Yeah,
girl.
that's
So
it. That's
social
exactly what it
media
is.
means
That's a
something
whole nother topic. We
until
can go
it don't
into it
mean
next,
something.
baby.
That's true.
Attention is something
I'm gonna
else.
tell y'all something that I heard the other day. They said that white people do social media different.
How they
I
social
They
media?
do.
White people do social media like Valentine's Day. They'll show their date. They'll do the heart. They'll
Yeah.
tag their nigga. Black people will tag them. Black
Their
people will.
food.
It would be their food, the balloons, the girl on her own page holding her own balloons with her nigga taking a picture. Don't tag the nigga. Why do you feel like we are so secretive about?
Because
Because
you
we're not
worried about-
confident in the men that we're with.
That's exactly what it is.
That's
Okay.
why.
Or
Because
you
That is
know
an-
that's not
that
your
is an
nigga, so that's
aspect
another
of
reason
it.
why you're
it
not
could be
doing
a couple different aspects.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the main aspects.
I would
Ain't no
love
reason
to,
why a woman
yeah.
that's confident in her situation and her relationship as to why she don't want to show the world who's making her happy.
Making it happen.
Yeah.
And not saying you have to, but it's like if you're gonna show this, show that. Like what's the or don't show
Especially if
nothing.
especially if you've already told the world who you dating.
Exactly.
I feel like we just I would love to see the data, but I feel like we stay and really get engulfed by social media in a way that I don't see. Like I'm the only person of color on my team at my job, and they all share their social medias with each other. I don't feel comfortable doing that, but it's because of the way they use their social media. They don't use it explicitly. They don't show the things they do. I know there's several people at my job who probably do coke and do all kinds of crazy
Yeah, they
things.
said they use it like a positivity journal.
Yes, they do. And that is some of the reason why we're so stricken with all of this feeling, because people are
Lying.
yes, they're not being genuine. You know, like my buddy at work, he's like, yeah, you should follow me. Like, I just pretty much just post food, and when we go on trips, me and my wife, and I'm like, yeah,
And
that's
I'm out
how
here
social
popping
media,
it, dropping it like it's hot.
you know, and I don't anymore, but that's a whole nother thing. I don't anymore.
That's
I'm
you,
retired.
Huh?
What you said?
I
That was
didn't say
me. I said I don't anymore. I'm retired.
Who the fuck? What Brie? That's what you was laughing
I was
at?
laughing at Ben when she was like, "Well, I don't anymore." But
Listen, be honest. You got to be honest. But I don't shame those people either, because I had to get here. I'm not interested in that stuff no more. It doesn't interest me at all. Like, I've been trying to
know
get
that's
all
right,
my
Dan.
girls off of the sexual content. I'm like, it is not
She's the
helping
only
you.
fan savior.
I listen. I'm
Screaming.
trying to, but I understand it. Trust me, I get it. Especially when you got to get it out the mud. It's no shame, but it's like, yeah, you don't realize what's happening.
All right. And on that note, y'all have anything else?
that's it.
All right.
Thank you. That was
Bye
good.
now.
Peace.
Ghetto Gators Podcast.